Hello my friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name's Kat and today we're going to be doing a 3 looks 1 palette with the new Beauty Bay Age of Opulence palette. I recently uploaded a first impressions and swatch video with this palette. I will link it up here and also in the description box so you can go and watch that if you haven't already. But this is what the palette looks like. It's like a royal blue, purple, teal and gold colour story. I think it is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. I'm a really big fan of like mid-tone eyeshadows. I'm not a huge pastel lover or like light eyeshadow lover. I really like mid-tones. So I don't like anything too dark, anything too light. I like things that are sort of like in the middle, which I find this palette definitely leans towards. I will have everything used on my face and also a link to this palette in my description box. I now have magic links, so any links listed with an asterisk, they are like affiliated. I will get a small commission if you buy things through my links, which if you do, thank you so much, but also no pressure. It doesn't affect anything for you, doesn't make it any more expensive or anything, just I get a little bit of commission. So yeah, everything is linked down below. So yeah, I created 3 looks with this palette. I did this look that you are seeing right here, this like 2-tone look. I did a teal and gold look, and I did a smoky purpley pink look. So I really hope you enjoy, and let's just get straight into the looks. Okay, welcome to look number 1 with the Age of Opulence palette. I'm really looking forward to this. So I think I want to do something with like, I don't really know, like I think I want to do something with the teals and the gold because I really like teals and golds together, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I kind of need another look at the palette. It's been a while since I've played with it, so kind of just gonna sort of have a little look-see, re-familiarise myself, and then see where I want to go with it. My cat is behind me just hanging out. You getting down? Thank you. She just really wants to be involved. Yeah, I think I really want to play with like these 2 teals, this shade Vintage and possibly this shade Jazz. And I want to do something really blown out, winged out with the teal, and then shimmer across the lid, and I'll kind of decide what I'm gonna do when I get to that. We're just gonna start with the crease work and then we can get into what I'm gonna do on the lid. So I'm gonna start with the shade Hope, which is this teal here, and I'm just gonna start popping this through the crease in the outer corners, you know, blending it out as you do. I'm just going to spend quite a bit of time blending and sort of just focusing on getting as smooth a transition as I can between the teal and my skin, because obviously teal doesn't really blend into like skin tone, and my undertones are quite pink, so it doesn't really blend into my undertones as well either. But I'm gonna use some of RSVP in a second as well. Okay, I think that looks really nice, but I am gonna go back with like a bigger fluffy brush and just take the shade RSVP, which is just like the beige, just to make sure it is like just nice and smooth. But to be honest, it looks nice and smooth anyway. This is just like extra little step just to kind of help it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm really happy with that. So now I'm going to start using the shade Rich, which is the deeper teal, and I'm going to start putting that in the outer corners and just really deepening this up. I'm going to use the same brush and I'm just going to pack it on, and then I will blend it out afterwards. And then I'm just going to use my bigger brush again that I've not added anything else to, and I'm just going to give all the edges a little blend. I think that looks really nice. I think that's all blending together really well. Am I more zoomed out than I usually am? I feel like I am. Let me zoom you in a little bit. I feel like, is that better? I will blend it more once my base is on as well, because I'll join it up with the lower lash line and we'll get that really like smoky out winged effect. And now I want to put some things on the lid, which I'm really excited about. I don't know, I might go back in with a little bit of black afterwards if I feel like it needs to be deepened up even more, but right now I'm pretty pleased with where it is. So as per usual, I'm going to take some of my NYX glitter primer, and I don't really want this in a cut crease or anything. I just want it all across the lid and blend it out into that sort of teal in the outer corner. So I'm going to start with the shade Jazz, which is the really like antique-y gold, I guess. And I'm going to take that in the front and just kind of blend it up. That's so pretty. And then I'm going to go into the shade Vintage, which is this shade here, which I think is so gorgeous. And I'm going to pop that in the center and then out into the outer corners. Okay, I'm just going to go back with my fingers and just build it up a little bit. And then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and just blend it out. I think I might add a little bit of black, so I'm just going into the black shade. It's called Noir, and I'm just going to wiggle that in the very outer corner. I like that. I think that's brought a little bit more drama, and it also, I feel like the shimmers kind of melt in a little bit easier. I'm going to quickly do the rest of the top of this eye because I think that's where I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to do my base and we can come back and do the lower lash line together. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay, so base is done and the other eye is all caught up. I think for my lower lash line, I'm going to keep it quite simple because I just want this to, I'm really enjoying this color combination. So I think for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna do the teals again on the outer corner and then gold on the inner corner. I think it's enough drama, I think, by itself. So I'm gonna start with the shade Royal. So this is the deeper of the teals, and I'm just gonna take it on a pencil brush and just hug this quite close to my lower lash line. And then I'm just wiping off my big fluffy brush and I'm just going to take one dab of Hope, which is the lighter of the teals, and just blend out everything with that. And then I'm going to go into the shade Champagne, which is the really pale gold here. And I'm just going to pop this in my inner corners and wrap it onto my lower lash line. Okay, I am going to quickly pop on some liner, some mascara, something on my lips, and then we can regroup. Okay, and this is the look all put together. What do you think? I love it. I love teals and golds together. Like, I think it's such a nice color combination and I just think it looks really cute. So to finish it up, I went for the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in Fresh, just a minty eyeliner. My mascara is Kiko Milano Extra Sculpt as always. And for my lips, I went for the Kaleidos Lip Clay in Adobe, which is like a really nice light yellowy brown nude, and I just feel like you know, as I always say when I do like really dramatic, I mean, most of the time my looks on here are quite dramatic, but I do kind of like my lips to sort of be like, just like blocked out, because it's just like all the emphasis is needed up here, not down here. But anyway, that is the end of look number 1. I hope you like it. Let's move on to look number 2. Okay, it's time for look number 2. And I want to do something with like the pinky purples. I think that would be really nice. I want to play with like Flapper, Dandy and Speakeasy, and I think I want to use, or do I want these ones down here? We'll see how deep I want to go, but I really want to use the shade Ace because I just think it's so pretty. So I think we're just gonna play with some of the purples and we'll see how it goes. So I'm gonna take quite a big fluffy brush and I'm just gonna go into the shade Flapper, and I'm just gonna put this as a base down through the crease and up and around. I think the camera needs to be a little bit higher. So yeah, I'm just gonna start building that shade and just fluffing it all around. I'm thinking I'm just gonna do like a very round smoky eye. That's blending really nice and easy. But honestly, I just feel like this brush makes everything blend so easy. This is so big and fluffy. Okay, I think that looks really pretty. And now I'm gonna start adding the darker purple. So I'm just going into the shade Dandy, which is this one down here. And I'm just gonna start popping that in the outer corners and just a little bit lower than Dandy. And then I'm just going to take my other brush and just blend them all together. And then I think to deepen it up even more, I think I might go for the, this is the thing, it's like I could either go for Speakeasy and then it will make it more of like a kind of like sultry purple, or I could go for the shade Velvet and then that'll make it a bit more like vibrant. So I don't really know what I want to go for, but I guess Velvet will go better with Ace. So I think that's what I'm gonna, go for. I'm gonna go for Velvet and just do that quite tight. And then just going back with every brush. Okie dokie, now it's time to go into some shimmers. So I am gonna do this in more of like a kind of cut creasy way. So I'm just taking a flat brush and a little bit of my NYX glitter glue as always. And I'm just going to carve out a cut crease shape. I bring mine up quite high just because I like the shimmer to really be seen when my eyes are open. And I'm gonna start with the shade Crush, which is this one here. And I'm going to pop that in the, oh, that is so pretty. That is so pretty. That's like flaky and, oh, I like that a lot. And then I'm going into the shade Ace, which is the like the purple shimmer. And then I'm gonna pop that in the center of my lid. And then I'll blend it in to Crush. and sort of into the outer corner as well. That's so pretty, like really, this kind of shade just makes me think of Halloween. That like really sparkly purple. I'm just gonna use my finger and I'm just gonna tap some more to really intensify each shade. Oh, that is so sparkly and so pretty. That is so good. Just gonna blend the edge a little bit. I'll blend some more once my base is on as well. And then for my inner corner, I'm just gonna bring Crush around because that is just so pretty, oh my God. Tulips back. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go and finish the top of this eye. I'm gonna put on my base and we can come back and we can do the lower lash line together. Honestly, we're not gonna look at my base closely because it looks so bad, but it's fine because I'm washing this off as soon as I am done filming, so it's okay. But we're gonna do the lower lash line now. And for the lower lash line, I think I'm gonna play with Sultry. I think I wanna give it a go and see what it's about. So I'm just gonna pop this all along the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take my biggest fluffy brush and just blend it out. I think that is so like sultry and like, I think it looks so nice. Okay, I'm gonna quickly go and do some eyeliner, some mascara, some lipstick, and then we can finish this look up. Okay, and here is the look all put together. What do you think? I think it is so pretty. Those sparkly shades across the lid are insane. That shade Crush, the one that's in the front of my lid, over glitter glue, that is like so flaky and sparkly and beautiful, like absolutely beautiful. To finish this look up, I went for the Aurora pastel eyeliner from Beauty Bay. I went for the Nabla Time Flies lipstick and my Kiko Milano Extra Sculpt mascara as always. Yeah, we'll just please ignore my bronzer. I used my Makeup Revolution one, which I used to use all the time, and it just looks horrible. Like it looks so cakey and like grey. Not a fan of that particularly, but anyway, that is it for look number 2. Let us move on to look number 3. Good morning. It is time to film the third and final look for this video. In case you were wondering, the primer that I always use is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus primer. I have very oily eyelids and this is the only primer I've found that stops those oils from getting through my eyeshadow. And also my eyes are so stained from the look that I did last night, the really purple look. My eyes are quite stained, but I'm gonna have a very long shower after this, so hopefully there will be no staining left. And I know my face and my neck are completely different colours. As soon as I get my foundation on, it'll be fine, and I'm also taking off my fake tan after this. So sorry, a lot of little notices before we begin. But what I think I want to do is like a two-toned crease. You know I love a two-toned crease. And I think I want to do like the blues into the purples. I really want to use this shade Decadent on the lid. It's like a blurple. It's really pretty. So I think I want to do, yeah, like Lavish and Flapper. And then also maybe Velvet and Curfew. And then use Decadent. And then I might do like the teal and champagne on the lower lash line, possibly. Like, I think I just want to go like whole hog and just do loads of shades. So I think I'm gonna do purple into blue into teal. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna start with the shade Flapper, and I'm just gonna pop this in the front of my lids on both eyes, obviously. So I'm just gonna start wiggling this up here. Yeah, this brush definitely had something on, because look at that colour. compared to that colour. Whoopsie. And then I'm just going to wipe that brush off, and I'm going to go into the shade Lavish, which is the like bright cobalt blue, and I'm going to put that in the outer corners and up into the crease to meet with that purple. I might take a different brush because I feel like this is not because it's such a big, like, loose, fluffy brush. It was not really putting the colour down the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to take a smaller brush, and then I'll just blend where they sort of meet in the centre. So you've got that purple into the blue. And then I'm going to wipe off that big brush, and I'm just gonna start to blend. I think I might actually pick up some of Silk Stockings, which is the beige down here, and I think I'm gonna use that to just dust over these edges. I do think it looks really cool though. I really like that transition. So now I'm going to deepen it up, but I'm going to keep it very concentrated, like in the crease and on the lid. So we're going to start with the purple, and I'm going to go, I think I might do Speakeasy, because I feel like Speakeasy is a similar sort of tone to Curfew. So I think I'm going to do Speakeasy actually for the purples. So I'm just gonna really tuck it like in the actual crease, because when I say crease, I'm going way above my actual crease, but I'm gonna really tuck it in there, and I will go and I'll blend everything afterwards. Okay, so that's the purple, and now I'm going to go into Curfew, which is that really dark navy blue, and I'm going to do the exact same out here with the blue. And then I'm going to take a dip of Lavish on my big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to give that a little blend. I'll perfect the shape once my base is on, and wipe that off. And I want to bring Flapper back in a little bit. I feel like I've lost that really nice, like bright, sort of pinky purple. So I'm just gonna sort of bring that back in, right, like into my brows basically. We're going full drama, full drama. Oh, I think that looks so cool. Okay, now it's time to do the lid, and I don't think I'm going to do any sort of cut or anything, so I'm just going to use my finger, and I'm just going to pop some glitter glue right on the lid, and then I'm going to go into the shade Decadent, which is this one here, which is like it's like a blurple. It's like it's so gorgeous, and I'm just going to pat that over the glitter glue. That is absolutely stunning. And then I'm just kind of blending it with my finger up into the mattes. That is so stunning. What a absolutely beautiful shade. And see, like on camera, that looks like a really vibrant blue, but in my mirror, it looks like a royal purple. It's so gorgeous. So like where you see the inner corner where it's more purple, that's like how it looks in my mirror. So stunning. I'm gonna quickly finish up the top of this eye. I'm gonna do my base, and then we can come back and we can do the lower lash line together. Okay, that is base all on, and now we can move on to the lower lash line. And as I said, I want to pop some of the teals on the lower lash line, just so we've got a bit of everything going on, you know? My poor dressing gown, I've got my dressing gown on the chair, and it's what I wipe my brushes on, and it's just It's just filthy. Anyway, so I'm gonna pop into the shade Hope, which is the lighter of the teals, and I am going to just pop that on the lower lash line. And then I'm just gonna take some of Curfew, which is the really dark blue, and I'm just gonna pop that in the very outer corner, just so we can connect it up into the top lid. And then I'm gonna take a very big fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip into Hope and Silk Stockings to get like a much lighter teal. And then I'm going to blend the lower lash line with that. I did just top up the shade Decadent because it was already starting to crease, which is not something I've experienced with any of the shimmers before. But it was just starting to kind of, yeah, it was starting to crease a little bit, which was a bit odd. But now for the front of the lower lash line, I'm gonna take the shade Champagne and I'm gonna pop that in the front of the lower lash line and wrap it into my inner corners. Such a pity. Such a pretty pale gold. And then into the inner corners. I think I'm just gonna use my pinky to really punch that in down there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I think that's where I'm gonna leave the eyeshadow. So I'm gonna quickly go and do my eyebrows, because I forgot to do those. Do my eyebrows, eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, and then we can regroup. Okay, and here is the final third look. What do you think? I really like it. It's really dramatic, really smoky. This shade on the lid is so pretty, but I don't know if you can see, it is creasing. I don't know whether I used too much glitter glue. That's what I'm kind of feeling like, because I did use quite a bit. So I don't know whether it's just like not meshing as well, but it's the only shade I've had a slight issue with. So I just thought I'd point it out, but I love this like pink into the blue into the teal. I think it's a really gorgeous transition of colour. So to finish it off, I did put some of this shade from Beauty Bay. This is the shade Blue Skies. It's the pastel eyeliner. It's like a periwinkle. My eyes are just not playing ball with eyeliner today. They're a bit too watery. So there is a little bit in there, not a huge amount. Kaleidos Extra Sculpt Mascara and Kiko Extra Sculpt Mascara and Kaleidos Lip Clay in Dune, which I just put a little bit on and kind of smeared it. So it's definitely more of a, like a my lips but better kind of thing. And I didn't do my eyebrows because I'm almost out of brow stuff and I'm leaving the house today later. I'm gonna do my makeup again before I go out, so I want to be able to do my eyebrows before I actually leave the house. But yeah, that is it for this third look. I'm really pleased with it. Let's zoom out and finish this video up. Okay, so let's talk about the Age of Opulence palette. I really like it. I really, really like it. I've loved every look that I've created with this, and I love a gold eyeshadow. I know a lot of people aren't fussed by gold eyeshadow, but I personally love gold eyeshadow, so it's really nice to have a few options in here for different golds. And I love blue and gold, purple and gold, and teal and gold, so I love the color combination in here. I'm so pleased with it. I had no issues whatsoever using this palette. Like, such a beautiful formula. I even feel like this formula is better than the Wilderness palette's formula. I definitely prefer the Wilderness color scheme because there's a lot more you could do with it. It's a lot more versatile, but this is so beautiful. I'm so pleased that I have it, and I'm so excited to use it in conjunction with my other Beauty Bay palettes as well. I just think it's really gorgeous, and I'm really, really pleased with it. So yeah, that is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. That would be really cool. And as always, eat good, drink good, take care of yourself, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.